Welcome back to Talking American. Today I'd like to help you out with some examples of how to describe people's appearance. Details such as eye color, hair, whether or not they have a tattoo, freckles, things like that. So stick around and I'll give you lots of good examples. If you came over from Hello Talk, please say hi in the comments below. Otherwise, we'll just see you on Hello Talk. And if Talking American just isn't enough English for you, check out the description below for a link to another channel of someone else who helps out on Hello Talk. The channel is Dreaming English. You'll love it. Let's go.
First, we see a white guy in maybe his 30s. He's got short, thinning hair and a beard. His ears are a little big, and he's sitting on a park bench using a smartphone. Next, we see a young woman with long brown hair and dark eyes. She's smiling. Next, we see a left-handed guy. We can say he is left-handed, or he is a left-handed person. We can describe what he's doing by saying he is writing left-handed. Left-handed simply means that a person uses their left hand for tasks that most people use their right hand for. Now we see a young man with big bushy eyebrows. He's got pierced ears and braces. Up next is a somewhat older woman, but we wouldn't call her an old woman. Her face is a little leathery. She seems to have spent a lot of time in the sun. Next, we see two men in a city setting. They are both dressed in business suits, and the one on the left is in a wheelchair. Next up, we see an older woman with wrinkled skin and a broad smile. She's wearing bifocal glasses and earrings. Next up, we see two more white guys with big hipster beards and vests. Their clothing looks very expensive, and they appear to be in a business setting, perhaps a restaurant. Next, we see a hazel eye. This is an eye with maybe some brown and green and gold mixed together. There are different kinds of hazel eyes. Next, we see a young woman with lots of freckles. Next, we see a young black woman sitting on her bed. She's got her headphones with her, but she's not wearing them. She's got casual clothes on, and she's holding a coffee cup. Next, we see a guy with really bright blue eyes and bushy eyebrows. Next, we see a woman sitting on a park bench. She appears to be maybe depressed or tired. She's got polished nails. She's wearing a denim jacket and earrings. She has a hat, but she's not wearing the hat. She's wearing a bracelet on her left wrist. Next, we see an older couple relaxing on a bench, talking, smiling. You could also say this is a mature couple. Next, we see a young black man with a broad smile. He's got very short hair, and he's clean-shaven. Now we see a young woman with rich, dark brown eyes and long eyelashes. She's wearing eyeliner and mascara. Next up, we see another white guy in a business setting, but he's not dressed formally. He's not wearing a tie. He has a beard, glasses, short hair, and a jacket or a blazer. Next up, we see a guy who is slouching in his chair. He's leaning forward. He's got bad posture, and his shirt is ill-fitting. It's maybe a little tight for him. Next, we see an older man. We would say he's a senior citizen or he's of retirement age. His eyebrows have these long, twisty hairs. Next, we see another older man. He has a big red nose, and he's sitting in a hammock. His hair is short, and he doesn't appear to be very happy. Next, we see a young black man with a smartphone, a striped shirt, and headphones. Now we have a woman with what we call a black eye. It's a bruised eye. It's not actually an eye color. Next we see a man with bloodshot eyes. He also has long sideburns. Here we see a young woman with full lips and a pale complexion. Here's a woman with more thin lips. Next, we see a guy in the gym. He's fit, he's trim, he's muscular, he doesn't have much body fat. Now we see a young woman in the gym. She's got plenty of muscle, very little body fat, and she has a tattoo on her forearm. Here we see a young woman with her hair pulled back. She's kind of overweight. Now here we have an older white guy, a little bit out of shape, a little bit overweight. Here's a young woman wearing jeans. She's holding a tablet. She has long dark hair and she's smiling. She's sitting on the floor. Next, we have another young woman with long brown hair. She appears to be dressed for business, but one of the buttons on her blouse is unbuttoned. This is something she will want to fix before she goes to her meeting. Here we have an older man with a straw hat and a healthy, good-sized white beard. Here's a young woman with bright blonde hair and a big smile. Next, we have a young woman, we would call her a ginger. She has freckles, red hair, kind of hazelnut eyes. She fits a kind of Irish appearance. Here's a young man. He is not clean shaven, but he doesn't have a beard. His hair is short. He's wearing a t-shirt, and he's standing in the rain. Next, we have a young woman wearing earrings. We would say she's wearing studs. And her kind of light brown hair is windswept. It's being blown by the wind. Next, we have another young woman who has long brown hair. She has long eyelashes and pink lipstick. Her hair is cut in what I would call bangs. Finally, we have a woman at work. She's wearing a tape measure around her neck. She has dark curly hair, and she appears to be well put together.